No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Wrong, but he is preemptively protecting them from any sort of retribution that might have come their way, given the fact that Donald Trump will soon be the 47th president of the United States. Now, what's unclear here, and maybe the control room can tell me, we weren't sure if they were going back to Blair House or Harris. They competed against each other in a primary, and she was tough. She was tough up against Joe Biden. He ended up winning. She dropped out the primary very early on. But once he chose her, he was all in. He talked about what she would bring to the ticket, and she made history, obviously, as the first woman of color to serve as vice president here in the United States. The motorcade on the right side of your screen, live pictures right there on the right of the motorcade on the move. We'll see where they're trying to bring this country together.
Well, he talked about that when he won the election. He talked about the fact that we need to unify as a country. We are a deeply divided nation right now, partly because of Donald Trump. Partly because of what we saw play out 4 years ago, the insurrection on the Capitol on January 6th, the very divided nature with which he governed in his first term in office. But he has talked about unity. What I'll be listening for, David, is will this speech be about unity or division? Will it be about grace or grievance? Will it be about civility or discord? When we've seen messages, both. We've seen, when he accepted the nomination of his party in last summer, it was both about, as Lindsay Davis said so eloquently that night, he went from grace to grievance pretty quickly. So I'll be very interested in hearing what the overture of this next administration sounds like. These are the opening notes and the speech that Donald Trump will provide them.
It's an important one. Let's watch.
Kind of ironic, they're all matching. Except for the ties.
Extraordinary moment to watch the 46th president. Joe Biden greet the 45th and now the 47th president. We haven't seen this since Grover Cleveland, a president returning to the White House, separated by one term. The first ladies behind them. Our producers in the control room believe they heard President Biden say welcome home to the 47th president, who's now returning. And this is really the cornerstone of democracy in this country. This moment right here that you just witnessed, this.
I bet you're going to go to the damn laundromat and do a video.
I am. I sure am. This whole thing is so full of propaganda, it is ridiculous. I mean, you could do days and days of commentary on this, all this propaganda that's going on right now.
The readout. Here you have it, Donald Trump, Joe Biden in the motorcade as they make that trip from Pennsylvania Avenue to the Capitol. Campaign, but much more with Joe Biden. And Senator Amy Klobuchar, who, as I mentioned, is the chair of the inaugural committee, sort of leading the way. She actually rode in the motorcade. And Donald Trump always looks serious in these moments, though, so I'm not sure it's necessarily reflective of the conversation, but I think it's a beautiful one. This is extraordinary. Think about that first debate that Joe Biden had that performance and then had to bow out amid so much pressure. The two men who felt so strongly about the other in making the case to America that you can't go in that direction. Both of them said that about each other. Now that you're walking into the Capitol together, Michael.
Walking into the Capitol after a coup that we
was civil, and it probably was civil, because when they showed up, they still give Elon Musk there, who has been such a huge, huge player in this transition. I talked to people at the State Department. They said they're talking to people from Elon Musk's world as much as they are talking to those from Marco Rubio's world.
John Carl, do we have a real handle on the role Elon Musk is going to play? I mean, he really has been everywhere.
He's basically lived at Mar-a-Lago. In fact, he's had a space to stay overnight at Mar-a-Lago since right after the election. I'm told there will be office space.
Up to her about some of the past comments that she has made and whether or not she has promoted any Russia propaganda in the past as well. She could face a tough confirmation fight ahead. You see RFK Jr., as you mentioned, David, lining up there along with North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. You see him there as well. Pam Bondi standing there as well. She just had her confirmation hearing on the Hill just last week. And then you see Kristi Noem. She was on Friday. Elise Stefanik. We're expecting her confirmation hearing to unfold in the next couple of days. You also saw Walz there as well. He just actually stepped down from his role as a member of Congress. And that's what's interesting, too, here, David, as all this is playing out. Donald Trump, the president-elect, he has plucked some members of the House straight out of the House and right into his cabinet, should they be confirmed or just in his administration in general. And that does leave House Republicans with a slimmer and slimmer majority. Speaker Mike Johnson even joked, please, please, please do not take anybody else.
Fully aware of the math, Speaker Johnson knows the margin will be very, very close, particularly given Donald Trump's choices. I want to bring Rachel Bade into the conversation as well. Rachel covers Congress for us. And Rachel, when you look at that array of cabinet picks, among them RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, where do you see any potential bumps ahead in the confirmation process? And are the rest expected to get through?
It's a great question, David, and I mean particularly because when Trump was naming a lot of these folks to these cabinet positions, I was hearing a lot of anger from Republicans privately. A lot of them did not come out publicly, of course, to say that they don't want to be seen as, lawmakers who are trying to be obstructionists to Donald Trump when it comes to picking these jobs. But, they have fallen in line quite a bit, David. I mean, after Matt Gaetz, his initial pick for Attorney General went down, there was this sort of message that was sent to lawmakers up on Capitol Hill, specifically regarding Pete Hegseth, his pick for the Defense Department. A lot of Republicans didn't like him privately. They didn't want him to get this job. They didn't think he was qualified to run a massive agency like the Pentagon, that he didn't have enough experience. And yet, Donald Trump's allies, they rallied together and they made an example of these people who were expressing concerns about him. And since then, folks have gotten in line.
Rachel, we're looking at this picture of
Pence showed up without his wife.
Alone, and John Carl, this says it all. By himself. His wife is not with him, but showing up, just as he did 4 years ago. He said because of his duty, and I would gather that's his explanation as to why he's showing up today.
I ain't seen the Obamas yet.
And Mike Pence on these,
but get in line, period. That he's willing to use, his money to go after you and to primary you if you are resistant in any way, certainly as a Republican to Donald Trump's agenda.
His money and his megaphone, and both are very powerful, and he does plan to use them. He has made that incredibly clear. I think one big question, of course, is just what exactly is his role going to be in this administration? We've actually already seen some back and forth between those, Trump's loyal supporters and advisors like Steve Bannon, who certainly doesn't appreciate Elon Musk's role here. But Elon Musk has also shown, even in recent weeks, the power that he can wield in Washington. I'm thinking back to that spending fight when Elon Musk single-handedly torpedoed those bipartisan negotiations and created a real headache for Speaker Mike Johnson. So I think anyone who thinks that these tech leaders are going to sort of be on the sidelines and be, casual advisors may have another thing coming. It remains to be seen, and also, how they will be welcomed by the Hill and lawmakers if and when Elon Musk and others may try to insert themselves going forward.
Looky, looky there. It's the freaking Clintons. Y'all watch out. Everybody in there end up dead.
In 2017, the former First Lady, former Secretary of State, who had hoped to make...
They don't look so dangerous, do they? But they wield a mighty, mighty pen
nearly 3 million
and sword.
in the popular vote. That was the margin, but did not win in the Electoral College. Even that was very close across 3 states. And these are the moments, Lindsay Davis, that are the test of democracy. Former President
Bush.
George W. Bush, former First
Got
Lady
Bush.
Bush arriving too. And it was in 2017, Hillary Clinton sat next to George W. Bush, and the two of them made their own observations about what they saw play out that day.
Yeah, remember
initial
Enron?
reactions to the carnage speech.
9/11.
8 years later because of their duty. And there you see Lara Trump, Eric's wife, arriving with their family. She's a rising star in the Republican Party, was considered for a short period of time to be a potential replacement for Marco Rubio in Florida, but that's no longer the case. And there
There's Obama's.
and
He's by himself.
Thing that I'm mindful of is the
He is by his fucking self.
There's so many people who could run for president, but here you see that when we saw George
Motherfuckers.
Bush, of course he was there
Fuck
for his
them.
father's inauguration, then his own. With
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton.
You earned that gray
We
hair,
had
didn't
Bill
you?
Clinton run, then his wife run for president.
Oh,
Here
Michael
is Donald
Obama didn't
Trump,
show.
now his second-
Ha! That's an issuance of good riddance. Good riddance, good riddance. You devils. Devils. Every last one of them. Poor man been victimized. Ha! Let's see what you got in store for us, old boy. Uh-huh. We gonna find out, ain't we? Yeah. It's scary, exciting, unknown. Could he really be our next president? Here we go, y'all. We fixing to find out, ain't we? Hold on. I think this ride's gonna be something else. Yep. All them little cronies up there.
Ladies
See 'em?
and gentlemen, the President-elect of the United States, the Honorable Donald John Trump.
Here we go, y'all. You gotta buckle up, Buttercup.
Return of Donald Trump to Washington as president. He said 8 years ago he would be back in some form. Trying to get in underneath that line when you spoke of Mary Jordan. To give the First Lady a
News about that.
Wonder what them two had to talk about in the limo ride over there. I can only imagine. He's like, how many years you want to do, Joe? Or do you want to go into a special care facility? Since we're not going to be paying your medical bills no more. Yeah. Kick rocks, motherfucker. Uh-huh. Look at that. Look at that. See your predictive programming? Can you see it? Well, here we go, y'all. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. We don't know what this next 4 years are going to entail, but we do know that man right there will stomp a mud hole and walk it dry.
And repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
That I will faithfully execute.
that I will faithfully execute
The office of President of the United States.
the office of President of the United States.
We know he will.
To the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability,
Preserve, protect, and defend.
preserve, protect, and defend
The Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Here we go. Let's see if the bombs start dropping in the next 24. America, put your seatbelt on. You don't know what's coming. Here we go. You know, it's going to be scary. But we're prepared. He's like, I did it, baby. I did it. Fuck 'em. He's telling everybody, check your face, motherfucker. Check your face, motherfucker. I did it. And now you all going to jail. Ha! Fucked around and found out.
From
this day forward, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer.
I pray he follows through.
During every single day of the Trump administration, I will very simply put America first.
Okay, we're going to see what you do. We're going to see what you do with your big old cabinet there.
Will be reclaimed.
Yeah,
Our safety will be restored.
through billionaires.
The scales of justice will be rebalanced. The vicious, violent, and unfair weaponization of the Justice Department and our government will end.
Is it for y'all or for us out here too? Come on now. Come on, let's see what happens.
And our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free.
I'm a proud American. I'm a proud revolutionist. Y'all better catch the fuck up.
America will soon be greater, stronger, and far more exceptional than ever before.
Look at them eyes, y'all. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes.
The presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world. And America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, they will be annihilated by this great momentum that the world...
Remember that word, annihilated.
...of America. As we gather...
Who's going to be first?
...confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair.
Thanks to Biden and all of them. Are you supposed to be our superhero?
While at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. It fails to protect our magnificent law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. We have a government that has given unlimited funding to the defense of
I would just like to be a fly on the wall. They're gathering them all up. How many do you think are going to end up in body bags?
Its own people. Our country can no longer deliver basic services in times of emergency, as recently shown by the wonderful people of North Carolina.
Yep.
Been treated so badly.
Yep.
And other states who are still suffering from a hurricane that took place many months ago. Or more recently, Los Angeles, where we're watching fires still tragically burn. From weeks ago, without even a token of defense. They're raging through the houses and communities, even affecting some of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals.
Well, we know what that's all about, don't we? Sodom and Gomorrah's burning, huh?
That's interesting. But we can't let this happen.
Oh, not to the rich.
Unable to
not to the rich,
do
the famous.
That's going to change. We have a public health system that does not deliver in times of disaster, yet more money is spent on it than any country anywhere in the world. And we have an education system that teaches our children to be ashamed of themselves in many cases, to hate our country despite the love that we try so desperately to provide to them. All of this will change starting today, and it will change very quickly.
Gonna get you some here.
Betrayal, and all of these many betrayals that have taken place, and to give...
Pan over to Biden, show his face.
...their wealth, their democracy, and indeed their freedom. From this moment on, America's decline is over.
Over, Rover. Let's see. Look at them eyes. Look at that. Oh, look at that idiot. That's an idiot right there if I ever seen one.
And our nation's glorious destiny will no longer be denied and we will immediately restore the integrity, competency, and loyalty of America's government. Over the past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history, and I've learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim...
Yeah, if you don't comply, they're going to hurt you.
It's not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But
Can we see it?
And believe even more so now
That's
that
not
my
it.
life was saved.
Turn your head. There it is. There's the ear. There's the famous ear.
To make America great again.
You got a little scar. Look at that.
Thank you very much.
Every last one of them, all part of the big brother machine.
Each day under our administration of American patriots, we will be
Bye, Felicia.
with dignity and power and strength. We will move with purpose and speed to bring back hope, prosperity, safety.
Biden's falling
and
asleep.
peace for
Somebody wake him
citizens
up.
of every race, religion,
It's past his
color,
nap time.
and creed. For American citizens, January 20th, 2025 is Liberation Day.
Liberation Day. Huh. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Y'all see any fireworks going off outside? Any boom booms going on out there?
It is my hope that our recent presidential election will be remembered as the greatest and most consequential election in the history of our country. As our victory showed, the entire nation is rapidly unifying behind our agenda with dramatic...
Of course they are. They have no choice. All social media is right there in your fucking cabinet, dude.
Men and women, African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, urban, suburban, rural, and very importantly, we had a powerful win in all 7 swing states, and the popular vote, we won by millions.
Well, we know that already. Look at them eating fucking crow.
To the Black and Hispanic communities, I want to thank you for the tremendous outpouring of love and trust that you have shown me with your vote. We set records, and I will not forget it. I've heard your voices in the campaign, and I look forward to working with you in the years to come. Today is Martin Luther King Day, and his honor, this will be a great honor, but in his honor we will strive together to make his dream a reality. We will make his dream come true.
Huh. Wow, what, 50 years after the fact? Better late than never. Let's see if he really does all this kind of stuff. I just really don't know. I think it depends on which way the social media pushes it. Since they're all sitting right there.
National unity is now returning to America, and confidence and pride is soaring like never before. In everything we do, my administration will be inspired by a strong pursuit of excellence and unrelenting success. We will not forget our country. We will not forget our Constitution.
I hope not.
We will not forget our God.
That's right. Amen. Amen. God first. God first. Let's see if you can practice what you preach now, brother. Yeah, I don't see no smiles on that. Yeah.
We will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin
Y'all going to
the
jail.
restoration of America and the revolution of common sense.
The revolution of
Common sense.
common sense. The revolution of common sense.
I will declare a national emergency.
Look at them
our
two.
southern border.
Look at these two. Watch their reactions. Watch their reactions. They getting fucking so much shade thrown on them. There's some funny stuff. Funny stuff. But we got little quiet meetings and rides in the limo, acting all nice and stuff. Yeah.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will...
Borders closed today.
...of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came.
Y'all go outside, see if anybody's got the paddy wagon.
My remain in Mexico policy.
Yeah. Why don't they just keep them in the country that they're from, huh?
I will end the practice of catch and release.
Let's see.
And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country.
Well, you know, they got land down there pretty cheap right now because of Biden. I think you get like an acre for $200.
I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Yes, get them drug dealers out of here. Hang them on the streets. That air sure is all jacked up, isn't it? Look at them. Look at them. Yep.
And by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate...
Damn, he's throwing shade on Biden.
...gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities.
Yeah. Yeah, do you see how this stuff works? He's just throwing shade. This thing is so full of propaganda. That's why this video is being done.
To defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly
the threat's right there sitting beside you.
We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before.
Well, okay, let's see it.
I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices.
Well, I hope so. Let's see if the gas prices change tomorrow. Let's see. Food. Yeah, no shit. Bread's more expensive than fuel.
That is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
Drill, baby, drill. Come on. We love that oil patch. Yes. Texas never stopped drilling, no. See, we've been drilling the whole time in Texas. We ain't listening to that Biden shit. Yes, put us back to work. We ain't nothing like a roughneck, darling. Ain't nothing like a roughneck.
America will be a manufacturing nation once again, and we have something that no other manufacturing
I need a
nation
job.
will ever have. The largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it.
I think that's called stomping a mud hole in your ass and walking it dry. I think that's what that's called.
Prices down. Fill our strategic reserves up again, right to the top, and export American.
Look at that idiot.
All over
And that retard right there beside him. He's trying not to go to sleep. Stupid.
We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers.
Oh boy, it looks like everybody might be going back to work. Then nobody want to work under Biden. That's why ain't none of us going back because of fucking Biden.
We will build automobiles in America again at a rate that nobody could have dreamt possible just a few years ago. And thank you to the auto workers of our nation for your inspiring vote of confidence. We did tremendously with that vote.
I wonder what Elon Musk has to do with all that, with his electric vehicles and shit, you know? I wonder how that's going to work for him.
To protect American workers.
They must be in on
families.
something.
Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens.
Man, I hope he follows through with this stuff. Maybe it's a carrot on a string or a carrot on a stick.
We are establishing the External Revenue Service to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money.
External Revenue Service.
Coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before. To restore confidence and effectiveness to our federal government, my administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
Doggy, or D-O-G, who let the dogs out? Literally. That's a concern.
After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression,
Throwing shade,
I will
throwing
also
shade.
sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America.
I'm going to have to test that out. I got to test that out. Yeah, I think we all need to test that theory. Yeah, free speech. Well, every last one of you fuckers up there have been part of this whole demise of the United States. We're going to see if this man can change it. I doubt it. Because he's part of the same bird. In case you didn't know.
We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law.
I hope that's true, because it's sounding like we just entered a dictatorship. Not real sure yet, but we're going to see.
Bring law and order back to our cities.
Better get busy, homeboy.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life.
That's right. That's right. Stop that separation. We're all unique in our own way.
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Oh, I like that. If it happens, sounds like,
As of today,
Big Brother.
it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Ha! Check your face, motherfucker. You can't cut the DD off no more and make it a VV. Ha
This week, I will reinstate any service members who were unjustly expelled from our military for
Good.
objecting to the COVID vaccine mandate.
Good.
Full back pay.
Oh, thank goodness. That's something for our military and our veterans. They get full back pay. Oh, I hope that happens. Oh, Lord, please let them get it.
And I will sign an order to stop our warriors from being subjected to radical political theories and social experiments while on duty. It's going to end immediately.
Yep. Oh, somebody's gonna put his foot down.
Our armed forces will be freed to focus on their sole mission, defeating America's enemies.
Yes. Yes. They need to start right there in that room's where they need to start at. Yeah. Yeah. Hope they go pick up Pelosi, though. They should be knocking on her door. They should be knocking on her door.
Like in 2017,
Look at those fuckers. They ain't clapping. They not happy. Look at them.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars that we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into.
That's right. That's right. Throwing shade. Throwing shade. Oh, look at old Biden shake. Oh, I said old Biden. Huh. Shaking his head, yes. He don't even know what the hell he's agreeing to. Damn retard. Wow, y'all. Y'all heard enough of this? Let's see what the fuck happens today.
Legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to
Yeah, it's called Gonna Bomb Your Ass.
I'm pleased to say that as of yesterday, one day before I assumed office, the hostages in the Middle East are coming back home to their families.
We all know how y'all figured that out. We all know the backroom deals on that. Oh, now they're gonna jump up. Look at that shit. Anything else for America, but now they're gonna jump up to that. Ain't that some shit, these freaking propagandists? Okay, y'all, this is it. You know what's gonna happen.
Claim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most
Look at that
respected
goofball.
nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Fucking A.
Restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs.
Huh. Gulf of America, y'all. Oh boy, we done claimed it. Let's see what the wars that come out of this.
What we do here is go back.